with my ugly mug in it? Yes, yes.
Yeah, we can see that. Yeah.
So let's start at the slide. Alright. So who the hell am I? My name's Adam Jacobs. Most of you probably know me by AJ. Small biz marketing consultant. One tip I can give you guys when you're out and about talking to business owners, do not say you're an offline marketing consultant, because that means absolutely nothing to them. You need to start calling yourselves what you are, small business marketing consultants. Over 75 clients that pay me every single month. The main method I'm going to teach you here is how I built my business. Currently, I'm no longer taking clients. I'm doing some more of this programming and coming out with software and stuff to streamline my business. But right now, I have a waiting list of over 150 clients that are referrals that want to do business with me, but I'm not set up properly to give them the service I would need to. So once you guys get this going on this method I'm going to show you here, who is that?
Sounds like we either got a little, yeah, not sure.
Yes, I'm going to mute myself there, guys.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, that took care of it. Like I said, backlog companies are wanting to pay me. And big thing about me, I kind of got pulled into this product creation thing. I've been running an offline business, a successful consulting business for a while. Bought a product of Lee's, hit him up on Skype, me and him started talking. And I was telling him some of the methods I was using. He's like, hey, you need to put these together in products and sell this type of stuff. He was out there selling products and had some people following him for the offline niche or whatnot. So basically the only way I got into creating products, the reason anybody even knows me is I told him I'd create products on what's working in my business. I'll hand off to him, and he's got to go through all the process of selling this stuff. I never intended to get in here and start selling this. That's why you don't see me posting forums and doing all this other stuff, because I am not a product creation person. I leave most of that to Lee. I put enough together and let him go with it. So there's a lot of people out there who make their money just by creating products and selling them. Like if the WSO forum stopped, or if for some reason something shut down like that, everybody's email list got nuked, these people will go from making $10,000 a month to $0 a month. There's a lot of people out there like that. So when I talk about stuff, it's because I do it in my business. It's what's working for me. It's what I use to get clients. Real quick picture of me and Chris Winters. For you that don't know this man, he was out in Vegas with us, and this guy's life story is absolutely phenomenal, and he's an awesome marketer. Me and Robert Stukes, I think he's about 5'3" tall, and me and Tinian Williams. All right, what can you guys expect from this webinar? A lot of people have been on probably plenty of webinars. It seems like there's 5 of them a night for everybody, and most of them are pretty boring. I'm going to lay out a strategy that you can put into play tomorrow. Now, today's Friday, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
So I'd say you can have this all ready to go, hit the ground running on Monday. I'm going to walk you through it. It's only 3 steps. If you've bought any of my products or know anything about me or what me and Leah put out in the last year, I simplify everything down to its base elements. I do not put out a bunch of stuff and then go back and repad it and make it harder than it seems for the sake of beefing up a product. Everything I put out, it's very simple. You don't need to complicate this stuff, and that's the reason most people fail with getting clients and doing all this online marketing stuff, is because the people they're learning from or the stuff they're buying, it's overly complicated when it doesn't need to be overly complicated. Now, there is some stuff out there that is complicated and you can't simplify it, but a lot of this stuff, it just needs to be simplified down, and that's what I'm very good at. Like I said before, this is a training. This right here is the overview and basically the nuts and bolts of what I was going to put together for a product. I've got a bunch of methods that work, and I had a plan of putting it all together in a product and selling it for $200, $300, $400, $500. It would have been worth every penny. The problem with that is putting together a product like that you're going to charge high dollar for, it is a time-consuming nightmare. Just putting it together, getting the fonts ready, getting everything all zipped up, putting it up on a website, it's horrible. I don't need the headache, so I never put it together. And that's what we're going to be going over here. So just because you're getting this information for free, I don't want you to overlook this and say, oh, this is just something he's talking about, let's go on to the next thing. You guys pay attention here. Take this weekend, take 3 or 4 hours this weekend, do what I tell you. On Monday morning, do what I tell you. You'll be hitting the ground running, and you'll have a client next week. I can almost guarantee it. I am lazy at creating products. On everything else, I work way too much. Then at the end of this, with what we're going to talk about in OpenCom Clear here in a little bit, there wasn't any systems in place to do what I needed it to do. And so I had something created. Nobody's seen it yet, except a few people we shared it with. At the end here, I'm going to have Lee show it to you. If it knocks your socks off like it has everybody we showed it to, you can pick up a copy. It's never been sold before this webinar except to our list. So if you stick to the end, you'll have an option to get that. And if not, stick around, and we got some cool free stuff to show you. So, sound fair? Can we get a yes or no in the comment in the questions box? I like people to be engaged. Keep them coming. I know there's more of you people out there. Come on.
Lots
all
of
right,
yeses.
All right, let's go. Yeah,
Patty
come
says
on,
let's
come on,
go.
bring it. We're ready to go. All right. So we're going to hop into it. I do have slides prepared, but I'm going to be going back and forth. I'm not a very organized person when it comes to slides. If I do a webinar just based off slides, stuff will get mixed, and I feel like a robot. And if I'm on a webinar and I feel like if I'm presenting a webinar that if I was on it, I feel like I'd fall asleep on it, I just won't do it. So this isn't going to be a boring webinar. I'm going to hop around. I'm going to throw a bunch of stuff at you guys, and you need to be ready to take notes. You need if you don't have an ink pen and paper, have Notepad open. If you got two screens, put Notepad on the other one and start taking notes. I'm going to be hitting you guys with some stuff really quickly. Why do most systems not work? Most stuff I see out there for sale, and I'm going to paint with broad strokes here on this webinar. This is not an all-inclusive anything for indicate anybody or anything. This is just the general state of our industry because there's so much money to be made by launching products. Most people sell systems. They're not selling systems. They're selling one-off techniques. A lot of the times they're selling stuff that they've never done but they think will work. But there's some people out there that do stuff enough to get one result from it, and then they turn around and sell it as a system. It's not a system. It's something they did once and it works. For it to be a system, in my mind, it has to be repeatable. That means over an extended period of time, 2, 4, 6 months, if you take the same actions, you should be able to expect the same results. It wasn't something lucky. It wasn't something that just happened once that can't be repeated. It needs to be scalable. Anything, there's a lot of stuff out there that talks about going door to door, knocking on doors, going Chamber of Commerce. That's a good way to get clients. You can get some clients that way. But anything that requires you stepping outside of your house or your physical hours to do to get clients is not something you can scale. You only have so many hours in the day. You only have so much of a location around you. I mean, you can go fly to Chicago and stay there for a month and get clients there and whatnot, but it's not very scalable if you're the main person in it. Not open to compromise. What this means is, and we're going to talk about this here coming up with what I have to show you, not open to compromise means there's a lot of stuff out there, and I've seen throughout the last 2 years when offline got hot, is there's a lot of people selling stuff that works right now. And I'm not saying it doesn't work right now, but any one of 200 things could happen. They don't control the site they're using to market to the companies on, and they could tweak anything on there and then would make the method not workable anymore. So for something to be a system, it needs to be for the foreseeable future, be able to replicate it. So it can't be anything that comes along and shifts that makes it non-usable. Does that make sense? Anybody? Is anybody still here? All right.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, just make sure you guys still know where your keyboard's at. All right. So that's the difference between a lot of people who are selling stuff as systems as opposed to one-off methods. They got to pretty it up for a sales page and turn it into a system or call it a system for them to be able to sell it. So there's a difference between the two. Now we're getting into the meat here. What Bueller, nice Mike. Here's what I offer to get clients, and this is what this presentation is going to be based around, and I'm going to show you everything based around this, is mobile websites. And there's an exact reason for this. I started off using direct mail and selling SEO services. Got a bunch of clients that way. The problem with I see it now is SEO, it's a hard game to keep on top of. Google can come through and change stuff, and there's ways around all this stuff, and it is easy to be good at it. But I woke up one day 6-8 months ago and had like 6 voicemails from clients saying, hey, my site went down, yada, yada, yada. And I got them all back, but it's still a pain in the ass. So why do I lead in with mobile websites? Perfect foot in the door method. Okay, when it comes to getting an initial sale for an offline client, a lot of people think they need to go in with a $5,000 mega package. yeah, here's everything I can do. I can do video, I can do Facebook, I can do Twitter, I can do SEO, I can do all this, and QR codes, and SMS, and they try to package everything up and be like, here, would you like all this stuff with no proven track record of me being able to do anything? Would you like to pay me $5,000 a month for it? No business owner is going to say yes to that. You're going to get laughed out, and you do it all year, you might get one person, sure. It's not a good method. This mobile websites, it leads into mobile apps, SMS. A lot of stuff I do lead in with mobile websites. I go to mobile apps, SMS, text messaging, and once you've offered or delivered a result in a very short period of time, it's very easy to upsell to other stuff and monthly stuff. A lot of people out there who are trying to sell to offline clients, this is something they get wrong. They think they need to go with the knockout punch up front and get all the money off the table right then and there. As opposed to that, the way I do it is I offer something that's incredibly valuable that I can deliver very quickly, and I'll talk about that in the next little pop-up thing here, and actually shows them some quantifiable result. Results can be delivered and quantified very quickly by biz owner. What does this mean? This means you go into, or you don't have to go in. You can talk to a business owner. They can pull up their website on their mobile phone. They can look at it and see it's horrible. 3 days time, you create them a new website, you upload it to their MDOT and put the redirect codes on there. They can pull up their same website or just hit refresh on that page on their mobile browser. It'll automatically refresh to a very beautiful looking mobile website. That's what I'm saying. It can be delivered very quickly and it can be quantified. They can actually see a result. If you do video marketing and put it on SEO all over YouTube and try to get calls, it's going to take a while to do that. So while they're paying you, they're sitting there waiting for results and they know it's going to take a while. This can be done very, very quickly. Very high perceived value. The amount of money business owners spend on their traditional websites would, I mean, if you've heard some of the prices I've seen companies spend $25,000 on a flash site that looks like hell and is doing nothing for the company. So by being able to deliver a very slick mobile website in a very short period of time, what you can do is get the owner's trust. They're going to have a result from the money they spend out. Every time a business puts $1 out, they expect to get something back from it. This is something they can see right away and it makes sense to them. Why am I going backwards? All right. Yeah, I'm not very good at running this PowerPoint, whatever. All right, before we get going here, I want to talk some numbers just so you guys can see where this is headed and basically break it down into a very realistic. I've done numbers. I've worked with students before, so these numbers, they're lowballing what the system can do in this very easy 3-part system I have. But just put some numbers out there to get you guys excited. Most free systems out there, they're free for a reason. They take too long to make any real money. If you guys want to start going and actually get a business set up, there's a difference between messing around online and running an offline business or consulting business. When you run a consulting business, you're intertwining yourself with actual business owners who have put their blood, sweat, tears, and life savings into these businesses. So you can't treat it like creating an AdSense site. You need to put a little money up, and then we'll go over all that. What if I told you that you could take $50 and turn it into $7,200 up front and $600 per month in recurring income, and I could have you probably do that in 30 days? Who here believes that? You can call me a liar or whatever you want to.
Cy believes it.
Yes, sir. Show me the money.
Show me the money.
I'll buy it. You don't have to buy anything. I'll give it to you. That's what I'm getting ready to give to you. You know, I'm not charging you for this. Snake oil. Show me proof. That's the problem with proof. People put screenshots up of PayPal statements and checks, but I can have somebody go down the road, have a business owner write me a check to me. I can take a picture of it. I can hand it back to the business owner and say, oh, go ahead and tear it up, and it means jack shit. So people have screenshots of proof. Nothing's definitive online. So you got to look past screenshots of proof because everything can be faked. And that's why I don't ever show screenshots of any type of proof for me logging into anything because there's no upside to it. So be wary. All right. Making up, or am I being honest? Let's do the math really quickly right here. Just to be conservative, and once I go through this, I'm going to show you how it's going to take a lot less than $50 to get your first client. So let's just say it took you $50 to get your first client. And since we're using a system, it's going to be repeatable, it's going to be scalable, and it's going to be not open to compromise. You get that client pays you $600 for a mobile website. $597 is a low price. and you tack on a recurring. It's easier to get somebody to say yes to the low price, but there's a value of diminishing returns where if you go too low, people won't believe what you're going to offer because you're selling it too low, and that's what a lot of people get hung up on this. There's a certain price point where if you go too low, they won't buy because they don't believe you. So $597 is a very realistic. So let's do $600 a month and $50 a month. So if I had this for $50, if I could get you this result, $650 a month for $50, you're in the profit. Take that $600, use the same exact method. Like I said, it's repeatable and it's scalable. Go out and get 12 more paying clients. That's $600 divided by $50 a piece, which is less than they're going to cost to get. You have 12 new clients. 12 times 600 is $7,200 up front. 12 times $50 is $600 per month. Does that sound like a plan? Is anybody paying attention? Who's asleep here? Let's go.
Kathy is paying attention.
Hold on.
Rick is paying attention. Farouk is paying attention. BJ.
Joyce isn't paying attention. Doug, it says you're not paying attention on here. I like to call people out. So.
Pat is wide awake, though. Bruce is paying attention. Farouk
right,
says
Nick
cash flow.
Wharton, come on, guys. I can see. You guys don't understand what we can see on this back end. How many pages? $600. No, they're not complaining about $50 a month. Does this math here make sense to you? If a lot of people, that's why they never build a business, is because they try to focus on free methods till it's hurting them. You can go 6 months trying to work with free methods and you're not going to make any money, as opposed to putting a few dollars up front. And $50, if you don't have $50 to your name, then you need to be able to borrow $50 from somebody. It's almost unethical to go after companies and have them pay you if you don't have any money to do any marketing. So if you don't have $50 to get started, I suggest you guys don't get started. Help me on the recurring. We'll get to all that. All right, you guys ready? Let's get going. The 3-step process. I'm getting to how it all works. Tito. Find leads to contact. You got to figure out who the hell to contact, and we're going to go over that. Contact these leads. I'm going to show you exactly how to. Close the sale. If you're scared to talk on the phone, which a lot of people are, I'm going to show you a method you can use to alleviate that. People will be calling you, and we'll cover that. And that's it when it comes down to it. A lot of people, when they have products come out, they like to put a lot of fluffer and videos and PDFs and mind maps and everything, which is good to throw in there, and if you like it, and you can get value out of it. But most people look at that stuff, and it's just too overwhelming. So I'm going to keep this as simple as humanly possible. Take notes because we are going to move fast. This is not hard, but I don't have this wrapped up in a neat package to give to you. If I put this down, if I actually put this product together, it'd be for sale now. So instead of me doing that, I'm just going to go over it here, and it's going to be very quick, easy. Find leads. Not all leads are created equal. Opening Red Bull, nice, Dean. Not all leads are created equal. I've seen too much stuff out there where people talk about going after any client or prospecting to any client. This is the first time I've done this presentation, so I'm just going to pull some of these up because I don't know what's coming next. How do I go back? There we go. Not all leads are created equal. For me, qualifying leads means two things. They must already have a website. Why is that? Everything I do is online-based, whether it's SMS, whether it's mobile, whether it's rep management, all this stuff's online-based. If a company in 2013 does not have a website up, I will not work with them. Now, if a company comes to me and says, I want to work with you and I don't have a website up, I still won't work with them. The reason is starting a website from scratch from a company that's not local, and even if they are local, is a horrible experience. I don't know if any of you guys have done it, but it is. If you take somebody that's got a website and all their content online and you redo their website, you can go click and pull all their content off, no problem. But if they don't have the content already created or in a medium or in a format that you could put online, you'll say you'll get the website done in 30 days. Day 27, they'll finally get you the rest of the content and be like, why is my website not done? It's a horrible experience. You can market to people who don't have websites, but I wish you nothing but the best. They must be spending money online already. This is another thing I see people get wrong. They want to go take businesses that are cold. By cold, I mean they're not spending any money online, and convince that company to pay them money every month. Now, what would be easier, getting somebody that's not paying money every month to pay more money, to come out of pocket for stuff they're not used to paying and giving it to you, Or say you take a company that's already paying $500, $1,000 a month, do something for them, show them a result, and say, hey, stop wasting $1,000 a month with that company. Come over here and spend it with me. Look, I've already shown you results. That's the difference. A lot of people try to go after dead money is what I call it, because they're trying to get a company to add another expense to their monthly books. I don't do that. I look for companies that are already wasting their money online and spending it, which means they know they need to be spending it. They just have no idea what they're doing. They just take $3,000, throw it at the wall, and they know they'll get this results. So my idea is I go in there, I show them some results, I start getting that $3,000 pulled my way to where they start dumping other people and start paying me. That's a lot better way to do it. Dead money. There's an aha early on into the. It's true. A lot of people talk about prospecting all over the place. Don't prospect unless somebody already is spending money. I'm going to go over all this right now. Yeah, so you got it. Where to find them? These are the main places I look. There are more places, but I'm going to go over these real quick. YP.com, which is Yellow Pages, Yellow Book, YouTube, Kudzu.com. There's a ton more. I'm not going to waste you guys' time going over all of them. So this is where we exit out of that. And we pull this up. All right, here's yellowpages.com. We're going to use Chicago, Illinois for an example. We're just going to go auto repair. Auto repair is a good niche. Most of them don't have mobile websites. It's a great niche to have a mobile website. And plus, once you do it, reputation management is really easy to do with auto repair places. So when you look at the results here, it's just like Google. There's organic results and there's paid results. Featured businesses, featured auto repair and service in Chicago. Everybody on this side and everybody up here is paying money. I just saw Penny Picture, that software on my desktop the other day, and I haven't logged into it for a while, so I don't exactly remember what it does, but what is YP.com pricing structure? I'll get into all these questions a little bit. I just want to cover this stuff before we get off track here. All these people here are paying money. Tom, Chicago Auto Repair, he's the number one person. I can't tell you exactly because I don't. Prices on Yellow Pages vary all over the board, and I haven't got a price fix on them, just for lack of a better term. But they're paying all this money, and look at this website. Do you think you could do a better website than this? It's horrible. But it is what it is. They're paying money, they got a website. This is my only qualification. They have a website, and they're spending money. That's it. If you try to get more complicated than this, you're going to spend way too much time looking for leads as opposed to contacting leads. Let's say you think this guy needs or wants to make money. Look at all the stuff that just popped up. This popped up, this popped up. It's almost, he's got too much stuff popping up. If I was on this website and all stuff hit me, I'd go somewhere else. But he's got a decent website. And we're not trying to quantify too much here, and I'll show you how to use Mobilizer here in a minute, see if they have a mobile website. But this is all you have to do. And once you start reading these sites and look for the featured businesses, and I'm going to show you some other websites too so you can figure out how to do all this stuff, all you do is look at these people. In Chicago, there's all those auto repair. Let's go to the next page. Paid. All these people are paid. Another thing, let's just go on here. And I know people have showed you Yellow Pages before and stuff, and this isn't revolutionary. What you guys, I'm trying to get you guys focusing on something, is only contact people that are paying. Just forget about these people. They don't exist. They don't exist. Yellow Book. Let's go for auto repair. Chicago, Illinois. And a lot of people think they need to cross-reference, and they'll go to Yellow Book or Yellow Pages, see if they're paying, Yellow Book, see if they're paying, Kudzu, see if they're paying, and only if they're paying all three, they're going to contact them. Way too much work. All right, here we are on Yellow Pages. These right here are regional sponsors. There's not as many sponsors here as it is on the other one. Yellow Book's got a lot more as opposed to here, but you can still pull some paid ones off here. I think they just changed this up recently because there used to be a lot more. I actually have somebody who does all this stuff for me, so I haven't seen Yellow Book in a little while. I pay somebody to do all this stuff, and now I'll talk into that here in a little bit. So here's where the Yellow Book really comes in, and I'll drop this link in here. It's the same thing for Yellow Pages. Let's go to the chat, all audience. I dropped a link in there for everybody. Did that show up? Do you guys see a link down there in the chat for YouTube?
No.
There we
Yeah,
go.
we're seeing it now.
All right, it should just popped up. All right, here's yellowbook.com's YouTube page. So these people are not only paying Yellow Book, but they're paying them money for video services. So let's just go here. Chicago. These are all the companies that are paying Yellow Book for advertising or for marketing stuff. If you go through and just type in a decent sized city, there's a ton of these companies, and they're paying per month for these videos, and they really don't even own these videos. So if you get down here to over 3 months ago, the reason I do 3 months or more is because it gives them time to see, like they'll give the company a chance to make money, and then if I've paid this company X amount for this video, and in 3 months I've gotten 3 views, which is me looking at it, my cousin looking at it, and my brother looking at it, are the only 3 people who have seen it, and we kind of ticked off. So you look for people like 3 months and less. So let's go here and look at these companies. You can go over here and find them. All you do is click on that link. It'll take you here. Then you click here. There's no easy way to jump through here. So here you go. They got a website. They're paying for advertising. That's it. Heard that YP videos neighborhood 24, and in the business will get 9 to 15 clicks per month. I don't know exactly the price. Neil said I read that YBooks YB video is in the neighborhood of 2,400, and the business will get 9 to 15 clicks per month. Some companies, like if they get 9 to 15 customers per month, would be worth 2,400. But yeah, these people are paying good money and they don't get shit out of it. So you can do the same thing for Yellow Pages. They got the same thing here. Last one we'll go through is Kudzu. This site is taking off. It's not the biggest person on the block right now, but I'm going to show you some prices people are paying. It's pretty crazy. All right. A lot of people, well, auto repair is probably not going to work because I'm not seeing what I need to see. Let's go dentist. Doo-doo. Atlanta, Georgia. Not seeing what I need to see. And they could have switched up very recently. All right, here's the feature, and here's what I was looking to see. It weren't showing up for the other one for whatever reason. If you look on this front page, up here it shows featured, featured, featured. So these 3 companies are paying a lot of money to be up here. So most people, when they come to the site, they think just these 3 companies are paying a lot of money. What they don't understand is if you come down here, results 1 through 14, they've got this quick view thing here. If they have a quick view thing on kudzu.com, it's just kudzu.com. If they have a quick view thing here, they're paying a lot of money. I'll go here and show you how much they're paying. Advertise. And I haven't checked on the number on what they're charging lately, but enhanced profile. To get that quick view thing, they need an advanced profile. Where is it at? Compare plans. Here we go. Okay, this page I guess got taken down. This used to be compare plans. I show you what you pay for each one. And the Kudzu one with the quick view thing right here was something like, do you remember what it was, Lee? Something like $800 to $1,500 a month or something crazy.
That was crazy. It was a lot more money than you would
This
think.
used to be
Yeah, it was like
there
800
used to
bucks
be
a
a page
month.
here, and it's
900.
at least 800 bare minimum. And that means, so for Dennis in Atlanta, they have 14 people paying that 800 plus a month, and these top 3 people here are paying a lot more than that just to be up here. So that's the difference between contacting this person and contacting this person. This person's motivated. They have money to spend. They're willing to spend it, and they're throwing a lot of money away. They just don't know how. Does that make sense? You have to enter a zip code for pricing. Is that right? Oh, I didn't see that. What's 30309? That's what they changed up. Enhanced. This used to, last time I looked at this, alright, I don't even have a count on here, so I can't tell you. They used to have a comparison here. I know it sounds like I'm making stuff up now because it's not here. But last time I looked here, and that's why I've been using this site, is these people are paying a lot of money. And you can reference these payments in these sites these people are using in your contact, and we'll get to that. Right bottom under profile option. Alright, everybody's giving me advice on how to figure this out, so let's see if we can figure this out. Alright, I'm here, and compare plans. BJ said click that. 30309. Right bottom under profile options. Alright, it doesn't say how much money these cost anymore, and I don't really care. All I know is, and this is another technique you guys can use to figure out who's paying money, because a lot of these sites people don't realize who's paying money. So if you always go to the bottom here and look for an advertise link, like I found right here, you can go in and figure out how these people, or who's paying money and what kind of options they get. And then you can go back and analyze these sites to see who's paying money. Like most people would come here and think these are the only 3 people paying money. They're not. All these people here are paying money, but a lot of people would miss that. So that makes sense. Does this give you guys an idea on what you guys need to be doing to pre-qualify people? No, by no means is this exhaustive. There's 10 different sites you can use to do this stuff. These are some of the bigger ones. Now let me ask you something else. Have you guys bought any other products that talk about pre-qualifying your leads, or do they say just blast everybody? Because I haven't bought every product under the sun, but I see enough of them to see what's out there.
Pat says blast
Yeah,
everybody.
that's what a lot of people tell you to do, and that's because a lot of people don't really know what they're doing. Yeah, most say blast everyone. Ted said more talking about it now than before. Okay. Blast said BJ. Yeah. Once you guys realize that this is a numbers game, what time is it? It's only 7:34. I need to speed up here. This is taking too long. So everybody gets to contact or find out who to contact. Makes sense, right? Contact people who already have a website and who are already spending money. It's easier to get those people to spend their money with you as opposed to get somebody else to start spending money that they're not already spending. Is that clear? Everybody say yes and act like you know what I'm talking about, even though I'm probably going off tangent.
Yep.
All right, yeah, I can see it flying by, so I'm going to go back here.
Tons of yeses. We're good to go.
All right, I like this slide. Contact them how? How do you think we're going to be contacting them? Guesses, guesses, guesses. Smoke signals? Nobody guessed. Yes, Kathy.
Kathy's been paying attention.
Direct mail. And I'm going to show you guys how you can get this price down. It's stupidly low. It's very effective. So don't hear direct mail and get scared off. Because direct mail, with how I have it set up, is easier to do than any other method because it's all plug and play and it's very simple. And 6 months from now, my method will work 1,000%. I'm 1,000% sure that my method will work 6 months from now. A lot of the other methods being sold, I can't say that for. Nobody can because they don't know what's coming down. And I'm not even going to show you guys lumpy direct mail because it doesn't even have to be that complicated. And this is how you know a lot of people sell direct mail stuff, but I guarantee if you walked in their office, they don't have anything for direct mail. So this is what the corner of my office looks like. Right down here, FedEx envelopes, which I got some over here. This is a box of 100 bank bags that I use. I've got another 500 in the basement. Here's some plain manila envelopes, and this one's really cool. It's a 3-foot long triangle post office or USP, United States Post Office mailer. Just to show you some of the stuff I've tested out with. So let's get into this. Packaging to get started. This is where you're going to get started, most people are, because it's quicker, you don't have to order them. These are 9 by 12-inch clasp envelopes. Let me pull out of here and grab a different window because I'm going to show you. These are the exact ones I buy. I go to Office Depot. There's 100 of these right here for $8.79. So if you do the math, that's like 9 cents a piece or something goofy like that. 9 cents a piece is all you need to spend. Now, once you start making money, I'll talk about the triangle tube in a minute, Neil, because it's pretty funny. Once you start making money, I highly suggest you, and this is not required because you can keep blasting these all you want. They get open, they work well. Once you start making money, these are what I moved to. These are what I use a lot of. You can see all these reviews of people that use them that made a ton of money with them. The reason I do is because it works. It's a fake bank bag. It says People's Community National Bank. You can actually get them to customize, say, your company name on there, but that kind of ruins the thing. You don't want to scream marketing, even though the company probably knows it's going to be a marketing message, but they'll still open it no matter what. 50 pieces for $1.53 or for $76, so it's $1.53 a piece. More expensive, but one sale of a mobile website using these, go over here and order 50 of these for $76. So that's how I am mailing. Any questions on that? All right. And Neil, I'll talk about the triangle tubes at the end here once we have a Q&A down there. Now, let's go back here. Boom, boom. What's my next slide? I hate doing slideshows. Does anybody else hate being on a webinar where all there is slideshows? What's your guys' opinion? Yes, yes, yes. Pity we're not in the U.S. Why can't you send the mail? Can you not send the bank mail bags from Australia and other places? All right. We're going to move on. What to put inside. A 2 to 3 page letter. I had 2 on here, and I meant to put 2 to 3. And I'm going to give you guys this letter, the exact letter I sent out. And this. Does anybody know what that is? You don't have to be in the U.S. to know what that is. Nobody knows what it is. Okay, it's a dollar bill. Nobody got it right. There we go. Greenback. About to be a worthless currency here shortly, but either way, it's neither here nor there. All right. Inside this direct, and this is why I use, let's go back here and tie this all together. Like I said, this isn't going to be the most organized webinar you've ever been on, but it's going to be one of the better ones. All right, when you send out something like this, what I like about this is the top right here is the clasp, so you know which way they're going to open it. So let's say you got this in the mail, and there was a handwritten address on the front, your address. Like I took it, I wrote your address on the front. I put no return email or no return address up top. I leave it blank. Now, if you put in a return address up there, which is fine to do, make it personal, like your name. Don't make it like marketingbuddies.com or whatever. So make a generic name or your name. When they open this, I know exactly how they're going to open it. They're going to have the clasp facing them, they're going to open it, and they're going to pull it out. So I know exactly how it's going to come out. So that means when I put it in there, I can put it in the exact way I want to. Now, for the direct mail piece I put in there, I'm going to pull it up in a minute, and I have it zipped up. I'll give you guys my exact direct mail piece. I have it folded over in half. I have it clipped together, and underneath the paper clip is a $1 bill. That's simple. It costs about $1 for shipping, and 9 cents for the envelope, and whatever you pay for printing. If you have your own printer, it might cost a penny a page or something like that. So you're in for about $1 for shipping. So instead of sending it out for $1, if you double your price of 2 by sticking that $1 bill in, rip the bill in half. It's no longer legal tender. If you have a $1 bill, any bill that's over 51%, it's still worth it. You can take a bill with 51% of the bill there, take it to the bank, and they'll give you an actual bill for it. True story. So that's all there is. So you can spend $1 and do it, or you can spend $2 and do it. Let's get into the direct mail piece, and let's actually pull up an example here so I can walk you through the direct mail piece, and just so we can do it in real time, so I can fill it out for you. Yeah, this one will work. My internet runs slow whenever I'm on a webinar. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, it'll work. Alright, so let's go here and pull up the direct mail piece. Here's the direct mail piece, and later on, I've got a link. You guys can actually have this direct mail piece. I've got it zipped up for you guys. Header here, what does this mean? When they pull the pieces of paper out of the envelope, they're going to see the dollar bill clipped on. First thing. Then they're going to unfold it. When they unfold it, they're going to look at the very top of the front page. Now, nothing works better to put up there that gets their interest. I've tried this with their name. I've tried this with just their business name. The number one thing to put up here is a picture of their header. The picture from their website right here. The reason is they paid a lot of money for this website, or even if they didn't pay, they know their website, they know what it looks like. So by just doing this, and I'll drop some links in here. I know people are going to ask. You can use Jing, or you can use A Shampoo Snap 6, which is what I use. This isn't an affiliate link by any means. I'll just drop it in here, because this is what I use. Send. All right. So all you have to do is come here. You go like this. You click this. And I don't know what GoToWebinar is going to do. You might not see me doing this, but you should be able to. We go like this. We click on it. We click copy. Come here. Control V. Boom. Now I will, of course, narrow this down. There we go. Now, I want you guys to picture yourself over this envelope. You get an envelope, it's got your address on it. No return address. You open it up, you pull it out, there's a $1 bill in the front. You open it up, and the first thing you see is this header right here. Now, a lot of businesses, they get a lot of mail. They get a lot of advertisements. They get a lot of people trying to market to them. What they do not get is a lot of people trying to market to them in a specific manner. By that I mean most people just put a ton of shit in the mail, and they just do a mail drop of 1,000, 5,000 people. There's no personalization in there. When they open up and see this header right here, it instantly proves to them that you have actually been to their website. You have seen it. You have been on their website. And that'll separate you from almost everybody there is out there. Now I'm going to go over this letter real quick because I feel like I'm kind of dragging on. And I've got a download for you guys to have this template and everything. So we're going to go over it real quick. Hey. Wondering why I attached a $1 bill to this letter? To get your attention. Same way having a website that actually looks good and loads on a smartphone gets your potential customers' attention. As of right now, your website, when viewed on a mobile phone, is just driving away your potential customers and costing you a ton of money. Want me to show you? So this right here just leads them in and tell them why you contacted them. Their website looks horrible on a mobile phone. That's it. QR codes. These are quick and easy to make. There's software everywhere and websites to do it. You put a QR code to their current website. And then you need to have an example mobile website up if you're going to be selling these. So you've got to have some examples. QR code of their website and the example website. Easy to make. You plug in here. So basically the only editing to each new person you do so far is this, this, and this. Now we go down here. To view images, all you need is a QR code app on your cell phone. 87% of smartphones have them installed. Blah, 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 blah. Then from there I go here. I take an actual screenshot of what their website looks like on a mobile phone and then what one should look like. Now to do that, I've got a link here for you guys somewhere. Where am I going here? Here we go. Mobilizer Springbox. I'll drop this link down here as well. What this does is, and I'll pull up my copy of it. Mobilizer. You can take screenshots of mobile websites. So let's go back here. Let's get this. Let's pull up this. Phone, open. We'll go iPhone 4 is fine. So when you go here and put this in here, and then click this update here, refresh. So here you can see their website, and then you can use this like a mobile phone. Once it loads up, you can. So as you can see, this is not a mobile optimized site. But with this mobilizer, and it's a free download, all you do is right click on it, export as PNG, and then it'll take this whole thing here. Let's just iPhone 4 screenshots. Just save it there. So what I have inside here, too much stuff open. It's basically that's how you do it. All you gotta do is pull up their website on Mobilizer, and then the example website of Mobilizer. Click export as PNG, and you can create these images very easily. Whatever. And then come down here for the close. So I'm not going to go over every detail in this letter because all you need to do is change those three things. You need to change the header, you need to change the QR code, and you need to change the example picture that it outputs. So for each person you're in contact, that's all you need to do. Does that make sense, or did I go over it too easily, or not enough, or? Oh, I'm going to give you guys this mobile template here in a little bit. I've already got it zipped up. I'm just going to give it to you guys.
Yeah, we've got it on the website where you can download it. So we've currently got a few people not paying attention. You need to pay attention. You need to stay on and pay attention until the end of the webinar. I know we're giving you a massive amount of content, but we do have this on a link for you to download. You won't know where it is unless you're actually on here.
Notepad engaged. Yeah, well, I don't have the URL. He's got it. It's in the presentation here in a little bit. So does everybody see how the system works? I know most people on here aren't familiar with direct mail, but you hear about the 1%, 2%, 1% to 2%, 1 to 2% direct mail response rate is a good response rate. What those are talking about is, say you did a 5,000 person postcard drop. If you did that blind and not customized, a 1 to 2% response rate would be good. Now, there's methods to do that, but it's a pain in the ass, and it's like shooting a shotgun trying to kill an ant. It's just hard to do. If you guys stop and look at what I'm doing here, everything I send out is personalized. I'm going to talk about outsourcing later on in the Q&A. You don't have to be doing this stuff. It's very easy to find a friend who's unemployed and have them do this stuff for you, and then all you got to do is answer the phone. This does the same thing work if sent by email. There's a method to the madness by email, but it's harder to get images in there, and then they get flagged. You can send them to a landing page. So yes, it definitely works, and we got a product mobile ATM out there that does this, but it does it in a different way. It involves setting up a web page and stuff. But this direct mails template right here I have set up, it's been optimized, it's been split test. This is what works. And for each new company you send, all you gotta do is add a new screenshot, get 2 QR codes, and do the screen grab of the mobilizer. And that's it. You don't have to change anything else in here. So do you guys think that, okay, it's Friday. How many people here have the ability to go to Office Depot, buy 50 envelopes, do this weekend for 20 companies, and then drop these in the mail? It costs you about $1 a piece. So you're going to be out like $40. How many people have the ability to do this weekend and put these in the mail first thing Monday morning?
We're getting a bunch of yeses. Good for you guys.
Okay, that's how many people have the ability. How many people are actually going to do this weekend? And I'm not saying, don't tell me yes, just blow smoke up my ass, because whether you do it or not does not affect my life one bit. Does not affect. I want to see you guys do it, but it really doesn't affect me at all. So if you guys will commit right now, and I'll give you this template, and I've shown you exactly how to do this. So for under $50, you can spend this weekend, take a few hours just getting used to stuff, going through, messing around, and seeing it, but then get 20 of these put together. Get the plain manila envelope. Get $21 bills. Attach them all on there, and the first thing Monday morning, you can go to USPS's, United States Postal Service's website. You can schedule a pickup, so you can just leave them on your front door, and they'll pick them up. Then just let them go. Because here's an amazing thing that happens. Now, of all the people we coach, this is what I've gotten back from a lot of them is, until you take a direct action where the next day you wake up, there's a reasonable expectation of your phone ringing for a client wanting to hire you. Until you've done something where that happens, nothing happens. I know so many people that are preparing to start their offline company. They're getting stuff put together. They're doing all this. They're getting their website set up. They're getting their social media profile set up. They're doing all the stuff. But every morning when they wake up, there's 0% chance that anybody will call them and offer them money for their services because no action has been taken for that to happen. Does that make sense? Amazing thing happens once you put these together this weekend and put them in the mail. It's out of your control. Your phone's going to ring or it's not going to ring. I'm going to tell you right now, your phone will ring. But once it's out of your hands and in the mails, it's out of your control. People are going to call you. You can't take it back. And that's where put the rubber to the road. That's where the pedal meets and all that bullshit. Once you start doing stuff where people can actually call you, this stuff will actually happen. Most people who try to start an offline business say they failed and didn't get any clients, but yet they never did a single action that would expect a callback or even have a chance of a callback.
So AJ, once they do this, they get some calls, they field the calls, and they sell someone a site.
Oh, I got a few more things to go over real quick. Hold on.
Okay, cool. Because we got a bunch of people asking us what comes next.
Yeah, I know. I got some stupid slides I put together. All right.
Okay.
Answer your phone. I was actually on a webinar last night with Ryan McKinney. Him and Stukes were doing some mentoring for selling offline client stuff, and Ryan's done well this year. But last year at this time, and he doesn't mind me telling the story or whatnot, he'd send stuff out, and then he got a phone call, and he was scared to death to answer his phone. Within 1 year, he went from scared to answer his phone to this guy's closing six-figure deals left and right. When people call you, be honest with them and don't be worried about screwing up a phone call. Here's what happens. The phone rings, and then the company is used to expecting slick salespeople. If you show up on that phone call and just be honest, hey, my name's Adam, what can I do for you? And then you walk them through it. Basically, if something comes up and you start stuttering, just acknowledge it. Like, I'm sorry, I'm nervous. I do this online most of the time. I'm just getting started working with offline companies, so I'm not used to this part of the process. And be honest with these people. They'll take your word for it, and they'll put their defenses down because they're used to having their defenses up because they're getting sold to. So just take it easy. A lot of people, and I've been teaching this to a few people here on and off for the last 6 months, is they're scared to death when the phone rings to answer it because it's a live call. They're put on the spot. Don't answer it. Let it go to voicemail. You can send these out and just let it go to voicemail. You got to call back the next day, but your voicemail is, hey, this is Adam from Marketing Fusion Incorporated. I'm busy right now on the phone with another client. If you can leave your name, number, and a short message, somebody from my team will get back to you as soon as possible. You don't have to take the call live and be put on the spot. They can let them leave a message, then you can pull up their website. You can figure out who they are, go back to your mailers, and you'll be able to match them up. So then when you call them back, you're going to have information in front of you. So they're not calling you, then you're trying to pull stuff up on the fly. But you're getting nervous. Let it go to voicemail. Call them back in 24 hours, but let it go to voicemail. Does that make sense? Because I know people, when they answer the phone, they get put on the spot a lot. And that's what people are scared of. Let it go to voicemail. Just let it go. Talk to them tomorrow, but call them. Yeah, that's a big thing. We're assisting other clients at this time. You don't want to say, hey, this is Adam. Thanks for calling, but I didn't pick up the phone. Let me know what you want. I'll call you back. No. You're a business. Be professional. Does that make sense? Does this method, from what you got here, and we're going to give you the direct mail piece in a minute, from what you guys see here, do you guys think you can actually do this and use this to get a client? You could set up a Google phone number, yeah. I mean, there's 10,000 different ways to go with this. But is this about as simple as possible?
Jill says it's easy. Yeah. Pat says it's very simple.
All right, we're going to get to building mobile sites here. I think I have another slide. I don't even know what it is. Once the sale's been made, all that left is creating the sites. And if you're like me, I said, how many people here can create a killer-looking mobile website quickly or cheaply? I really couldn't. It was a pain in the ass, and I paid people. I needed a better solution, and I needed it now. I'm one of those people that if there's not something out there that works, that what I need done, I'll just go out and have it created. I'm going to hand this over to Lee. You guys are one of the first people to see this, and the people we have shown it to, people like Chris who put you guys on this call tonight and other people, I mean, everybody's blown away with this, and we think we've created the killer mobile website builder and all that stuff. But before I jump off here and let Lee take over, do you guys have any quick questions about this direct mail piece? So I want to make sure from this point forward, you guys have everything you need to know to go out and do this on Monday morning. Have these in the mail. So if you're not making sales by a week from Monday, this is your fault. Right now, I put so much stuff in your brain right now that's very easy that if a week from Monday you're not making sales or have clients, it's nobody's fault but yourself. Do you write anything special on the front of the envelope? Nope. Just a handwritten address. They're going to open it. So the letter, dollar bill are the only things going to the envelope. I have more advanced techniques, but there's just not enough time to get into that. I'll talk about that in the Q&A, though. So, Lee, I'm going to make you the presenter.
Cool.
and you can do your thing, because I got to step up. Wait for a second. Let's change presenter.
So guys, basically where we've taken you, we've talked about how to approach the right companies. We've talked about, I'm going to show my screen while I'm talking. We've talked about how to approach the right companies. We've talked about how to do the approach. We've talked about how to field the call. And when you do that, just like AJ said, you just act like a normal person. How can I help you? They say, well, I got your direct mail piece or your letter about mobile websites. What do I do now? And that's where I'm taking you, okay? James, yes, I do have the link in just a second for what AJ was talking about in terms of the direct mail piece, and we will give that to you. Now, just like AJ said, we both got very frustrated with mobile website builders. They weren't really builders. They were basically a bunch of HTML files, most of them. There are a couple of builders out there. Some of them are extremely expensive. And what we did was we ran into another person whom we brought into our business, Kyle. Kyle is an amazing PHP programmer, and together we actually built a mobile website builder. And you're the first people to see this outside of people on our list. So this is brand new. Now, can everybody see my screen? You're looking at the dashboard of a WordPress site. So let's make sure that I'm communicating and that you can see stuff. Okay. Now, basically, our website builder is called Social Mobile Platform. I'm going to tell you all about what it does, but I want you to watch me build a website. Rick says the builder is the duck's nuts. Tell me about it. This is killer. I'm not sure how long this is going to take because I'm talking, but I did a video of me talking and building a website in 13 minutes the other day and put it in our members area. So we're going to build a website. Now, I'm going to show you, I cheated just a little bit, okay, because I don't want to bore you. And I went out to, I found a website of a company that's not one of my clients. It's a tire company in Savannah. I got some copy off of their website. I got their address. I got their phone number. Turns out they had a YouTube video and their name. So I got that. Okay, so you're not going to watch me pick up all that. I got some other stuff on their website. I found their logo. I reduced it to 200 pixels across. I got some pictures. That's all I got. Okay, this took me all of about 5 minutes to get this. Okay, so let's say we're 5 minutes into this. Now we're going to take this stuff that I've got. Sherwin's going to be sold right here, right now in about 10 minutes. Okay, so you're going to watch me take all this stuff and we're going to build a brand new website. So we go to Social Mobile Platform and we click Sites. Now we call it a platform because this is not just a mobile website builder. This is a mobile website platform. You see all these sites? These are all different sites. Now this is my experimental website here where I play around with stuff. But these are all websites that I've built. I will show you some other really cool things, like I could build 100 websites within a few seconds for you, okay? Now, I've got to scoot a couple of little things. You don't see all of the little GoToWebinar stuff that AJ and I see, so I'm having to move some stuff out of the way here. But anyway, these are all mobile websites, and we're going to make a new one, okay? So we're going to come up here, and we're going to say Add New. Well, let's just call it Savannah Tire. And I did go through this before the webinar today because honestly I don't want to waste your time, so I'm giving it a name. Right now we have 4 templates in there. These are really, really jazzy templates. I think my favorite right now is this one, although I'm going to choose this one. It's a little simpler. Choose a template. Savannah Tire Company likes red, so we're going to make their site red. Don't worry about that. We have excellent training in the members area. We've got over 20 videos that step you through all of this stuff. So things that I'm kind of things that I'm kind of, skimming over. Don't worry about that. We got it covered. Is the site active? This is really, really, really cool because you're going to charge. Somebody asked earlier, well, how do you charge people monthly? Well, one way you charge people monthly is by cutting off their site if they don't pay you. And the way we do that is right here. Okay, so you can cut off their site. You don't have to go on the client's hosting to cut off their site. You can cut off their site from within your dashboard. And, of course, you would want to leave something nice. This site's not currently available, so I've filled this in, and I'm going to click Add. Okay. And I think I forgot to add some pages because I can't see some stuff. So let's add a page. So we could call this home page. Okay, we'll just call that home. Set as the home page. Yep, that's where we want to land once we land on the site. Put it in navigation. Yep. You can, if you're into SEO, you can use this next part to do a little SEO, put in a few keywords and stuff like that. Don't worry about groups right now, and we want to add that. Let's add another page. Let's add an About page. Don't want to set that as home page. We do want that in the navigation. About. And let's go for Find Us. I'm going to add one more. It's going to be called Coupons. Because this website builder can do some amazing couponing. Social media, what we call a content locker, where you can lock up content until someone takes an action in order to see it.
Yeah, this part right here is kind of boring, just creating these pages. But once you have these pages created, he's going to show you what we can do with them.
Well, actually, on the front, I skipped it because of all the GoToWebinar buttons that are preventing me from seeing stuff. You can actually create these all at one time just by clicking those little boxes. You guys probably saw that, and I just missed it. Okay, so here we are. This is the beginnings of my website. Now we're going to come over here to Home. And you see the website, just like all websites, has a head, a body, and a footer. And on the right-hand side over here, you see that we have these this little menu of things. Now these are blocks that we can drag over here. For instance, in the head, let's put an image, okay? It's going to be a little slow with GoToWebinar, but we'll put that image there. And I want to upload, yeah, let's go find that. Desktop, and I think I have my Savannah Tire 2 here. I got my logo. By the way, guys, I want you to get out your phones, okay? So everybody be getting out their phone while we're talking. There we go. So this works just like, I mean, this is WordPress, basically. Okay, so if you're familiar with WordPress, it's exactly the same thing. Full size, 200 across, that's fine. Insert that. Align it in the middle, save it. Okay? Now, footer, and there's a lot more you can do with this. I'm kind of trying to make a baby site so that you can see enough of this to understand it, but so I don't just kill you with all of the stuff I can do. Let's put text in. What would you want to put down there? Maybe this. We'll put that in there. We will center it. We'll save it. And in the body on the home page, close those, get those out of the way. And in the body on the home page, let's get a little navigation going. navigation list. Now the navigation list is going to have all those pages on it. And I think we're okay there. Close that. And we can do a slider right here. We're constantly updating this thing. We got a lot of really cool stuff coming out that we're adding to it. I noticed that group thing on the navigation kind of threw me because that's something that Kyle's added actually day before yesterday. You know those pictures I saw? That I took? So let's add those in as a slider. We'll get that one. Save that. Let's upload another one. Select file. Let's go for tire gun. And to make it look really cool, let's go one more. It's a dynamic slider. This will actually a measure rotor. I don't think I used this one. This will actually slide it in real time while you're looking at it. Okay, pop that in there. Save that. Okay, now we got the head and the body and the footer. Now, the stuff that I put in the head and the foot, this populates throughout all of the pages. So I'm now done with the head and the foot, and all I have to do is the body of these other pages. I'm going to cut this short a little bit. About, I would put that, maybe a picture. I've got a YouTube video of theirs. Tell you what, let's do this. Let's go to about. Just so you can see how this works. Because this is way cool. Video, YouTube. The video ID is this part. You get that from YouTube, or if the video's on Vimeo, it'll do that too. Pop that in there. Find us. Okay, so we're done with about. Find us is remarkably cool. Okay, that is a common thing that you need to put in mobile websites. Find that under contact. Now look at this. We have a map and map with directions. I love the map with directions, because the user can use that interactively to basically, on the phone, see the directions from where they are to wherever the location is. So we're going to get the location, which is right here. I should have timed this. I forgot about it. You're going to click there. This little box appears. In case you're wondering where this is, that picture's in England because that's near where Kyle lives. I don't know why we chose that, but that's the way it is. And we're going to say fine. There it is. If you know Savannah, it's right there on Abercorn. This is the place. Now this turns that location, this turns that address into latitude and longitude. Okay? You can put stuff in here. Say save, coupons. Okay, does anybody on the call
on their website?
Yeah, we're going to upload it to the website in just a sec. Does anybody on the call live within 10 miles of downtown Savannah, Georgia? If you do, say yes in the next 5 seconds. I guess no one does. We'll have to just kind of pretend. Am I on coupons? Let's say coupons. Nobody else is doing what we're doing. I mean, we've got coupons where you can put a normal coupon in. That's contact. Duh. But notice the coupons say location, redeem, and standard coupon. Now, standard coupon works just like a coupon. You touch the button, you get a coupon code. The business owner is emailed that you got the coupon code, so they can cross-reference it if they want to. But what is really cool, oh, Dean, I've done all the tutorials on this. We've got over 20 videos about this, and we're creating more. What is really cool, and what I don't think anybody else does, is we have a location redeem coupon. and that thing works like a scalded dog. Let me show you what that does. You put an ID in. That's just some, you know, if you have different coupons, it's just some way of keeping track of it. Again, we've got to put in the location. What if you could talk to a business owner? See, business owners are not really, they don't really care about mobile websites or SMS or any of this stuff, okay? What they care about is bottom line. They care about more people coming in the door spending money. Well, what if you could tell a business owner, hey, I've got this mobile website, and not only is it a cool-looking mobile website that's going to brand your business, but what if I can show you how I'm going to get people to actually come into your place of business and spend money? Would you be interested in that? I guarantee you everybody's going to be interested in that. Let's pull this up here. We do the location again. I'm going to pop that in there. Same idea. Yeah, that's the place. Turns into latitude and longitude. Now, distance limit, okay? So we're going to put a distance limit. In other words, I want this coupon to be redeemable only if someone is really, really near the place of business. So I'm putting in 1/10, and you know, we've got people all over the world on this webinar, miles or kilometers, either way. A time limit on the coupon, so 48 hours. And an email, this would be the email that gets sent to, that gets notified whenever somebody, this is not a real email address, by the way. But that would be the email where somebody gets notified when somebody actually redeems the coupon. And so now you can put graphics here, okay, which you probably would want to do. I'm just going to go ahead and put text to kind of cut this short. Click to redeem when you're in the store. Then we're going to say free tire rotation with a purchase, I can't spell, $50 or more. Okay, so obviously you would get with the business owner about that. We're going to save that. Now let's see where we are in our mobile website. How long is this taking? 15 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that?
If that, I mean, once you guys get used to using this thing, it's so simple to make.
You just crank these things out. We've got home, about, find us, coupons. Now, to preview the site, you can go here and actually look at it. Now, this is a this is a responsive theme. You're looking at this and you think, oh my God, Lee, that's huge. Right, because it changes its size according to the size of the thing looking at it. Now, in a minute, I'm going to upload this, okay? In a minute, I'm going to upload this, and I will give you a link, and you can look at it on your phone. But this is the website. Okay, notice we got the slider and all that. So let's look at how easy this is to upload. The one thing that AJ and I
really interesting.
Yeah, go ahead.
I said this is where it gets really interesting.
I love this
Let's
part.
go look at selling mobile websites, and then think of selling one or two off. We've designed this to where you can sell 100 websites and have one site to log into, and you can change everything on the fly without logging into anybody's website.
Andy, this is real. Andy says this is on a live hosting account. Andy, this is the real deal right here. Desktop Savannah Tire, was it called Savannah Tire or Savannah Tire 2? I can't remember.
Something like that.
Like Savannah Tire 2, but anyway. So we're going to get my FTP program, and we're going to actually upload this, and you're going to get your phone out and see it, okay? So one thing that frustrated the daylights out of both me and AJ was the fact that when you're doing mobile websites, you're dealing with all this HTML, you're having to download the stupid thing, you look at it in Notepad++, you change some code. I don't like code, I'm a salesperson, okay? Then you upload it. If the client wants you to change something, you got to go through all that crap all over again. Here, I upload just a few files. You'll see the files in just a second. I upload just a few files, and once I upload those files to the client server, I never have to touch the client's server again, ever. I can change anything they want me to. I can change the theme. I can change the pages. I can change the order of the pages. And if they don't pay me my monthly fee, I can cut the stupid site off. Does that sound cool to you guys?
That's power.
Yeah. BJ, I got you covered, bud.
Now,
Now,
we're going to show you guys all this live so you can see on your
I mean, this is live. This is the real deal. So, export the site. Now, let's look at my FTP. I use FileZilla. And we're going to put this, this website here is leacoleonline.com. And this is just a website that I use for stuff like this, talking to you guys, talking to clients, and it's just got a bunch of junk on it. But leacoleonline.com, and I'm going to show you where I'm going to put it. We're going to put it, see, I got mobile 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's put it on mobile 7. Okay, so first off, first thing we got to do is we got to make a little directory to put it in here. And we're going to call that mobile 7. Okay? Let's make sure it got there. There's mobile 7, okay? Now, we're going to go back here. We're going to export the site. Now, I got to put in two things. I got to put in the folder where I'm putting it, which I just created, mobile 7. And I got to put in the site URL. Leacole Online, it needs the full URL. Normally I would just, copy and paste that. leacoleonline.com. I hope I spelled that right. Export the site. Now notice I'm getting the site exported. We're going to look at these files in just a minute, but you have instructions on what to do right here. Downloads automatically started. If not, click here. Now, we've got a zip file, which we're going to open in a second. I'm going to save it, and then I'm going to put it inside here, and then we're going to look at it. BJ, are you listening, BJ? BJ, say something so I know you're listening. BJ's
also,
not listening.
Sam, I'll cover what
there you go, bud.
You were asking
now,
a minute ago.
Mobile read. See that mobile redirect.txt? That one file goes in the head portion of the client's original site, and that's what does the switching. And what is so cool is you notice that I entered the folder and the actual URL of where the file's going to, of where the mobile website's going to be. Our software puts all that information automatically in mobile redirect.txt. All you got to do is take that one thing and put it in the head portion of the client site, or get their web person to do that. Let's save this. So here it is saving. Let's get this up so I can put it somewhere. Mobile site files. See, that folder's empty. I'm going to put it in there. Hang on, I got to move around a couple of these stupid little boxes. I'm going to just take this, drag it over there. We are going to have to open it up. Okay. A little slow because it got a webinar. Here it is. I'm going to extract it. I didn't put it on my hang on.
And just so everybody knows, when you guys try to show off this stuff like we're doing here on this webinar, it's hard to do it where
it's hard to do it and talk.
It goes quickly while you're explaining it. Yes, this process is very simple. While he's doing this, somebody asks questions like, what if you want to put this up on somebody's website? So say it's SavannahTires.com is a website. All you have them do is create m.savannahTires.com, then have them upload these files to the m. subdomain. And once they do that, you never have to log into their hosting again. You control it all from your hosting. It pulls it from your site.
That's one of the huge keys of this thing. So I get rid of that. I get rid of this. Let me get a little of this stuff out of the way so we can see what's going on here. Okay, Savannah Tire 2 mobile site files. See all these files? Okay. We're going to upload all these files except for the zip file. Okay, we're going to upload all these files to my server. So we're going to come, I'm on Savannah Tar, that's the wrong one. It's when I did it earlier to prepare for the webinar. Here, Savannah Tar 2, okay, now mobile 7, so you notice it's empty. Mobile site files. So now let me show you what we're going to upload. Highlight that. I don't need the zip file up there. I don't really need the mobile redirect.txt that goes in the head portion of the client site. It's not going to do anything if you send it up there, but you don't need to. The number of files that you have to upload is about this many. It varies slightly according to the template that we use. Pop those babies up there. Two more files. Now, let's all do this. Get your phone. Okay? When you got your phone out, yeah, Todd, I would just use a mock-up site for a client. I'm showing you guys the real skinny here, though. Get your phone out. Tell me when you got your phone out. Lee, I've got my phone out. I got the browser up, and I got a new window open. And I need you to type in my name, Leecole, and then the word online, online.com/mobile, MOBILE, and then the number 7. Amy says, ready to be amazed? Tell me that bad boy doesn't look great. Does that look cool or what, guys? Yeah, you can put this in Mobilizer. It will definitely show up. Monty, I'm going to type the actual URL into the chat here so that everybody has this. Send to all. Amy, look in the chat. It's Lee Cole, my name, Leecole, and the word online, online.com, /mobile, MOBILE, and the number 7. Now look, can you make fancier sites than that? Yeah, you can make fancier sites than that. But that is a slick looking site. Now I want you to see some stuff. Keep your phones out, okay? We're not done. The coolness continues. You can play around with that. If I remember
we do
correctly.
have tap to call and all that stuff. I see.
Oh yeah, we got tap to call numbers. We got tap to call images. We got massive amounts of stuff. If you on that site, you touch the about. You got that YouTube video there. So let's go here. Now I want you to see something. Now this is one of the many things. I'm in love with this thing. I really am.
This is where it gets really cool.
So let's say
BJ,
the
you can't
client.
name your coupon because you're not in the location. We'll talk about that in detail here in a minute.
Yeah, we'll go over all the questions that you have about this.
This thing is badass.
It's beyond badass. So, well, BJ, you'd have to be within 1/10 of a mile of that store to redeem. Okay, now somebody give me a name. First person that says, Lee, use me. Somebody say, Lee, use me. Not just Lee, Lee, use me. There, David Wilson. Okay. Check this out.
It's kind of weird where we're going with this. Somebody say, Lee, use me.
I know that did sound weird, but you know, I'm excited.
Either way.
What can I say?
I know.
So
This thing's fucking awesome.
I got all these stupid GoToWebinar pages in front of me. I am editing the About page. So now, David, I said save. Get on the site,
your browsers.
refresh the About page, check that out.
This is a big feature here. You can have all your websites in here. If somebody calls you up to change stuff, you never have to log into their website ever again.
Look at
You
this.
control it all from your dashboard.
The sites are all here. See, you want to check, this is a site that I made as an example, but that's not a client of mine, but let's suppose they are. They want to change something. I go here, I change it. Another client, Duncan Salon, they want to change something. I go there, I change it. I put in different pages. I use their YouTube video. This is amazing, guys. You know, and there is tons of stuff that I didn't even, that I kind of missed because I was doing this while I was on the webinar. For instance, I guess we're not going to see that there. Let's go back to, we've got a feature where you can bulk create sites. I've been playing around with that. I created 5 sites in just a few seconds. Now, they're all the same, okay? So really you'd have to go in and make each one, you know, I mean, you'd have to put in the logo, et cetera, but this is a massive time saver. Somebody said in the chat earlier, this would work great for an outsourcer. This thing is so brain dead easy. You put it on a WordPress site, you give your outsourcer access to this, you tell them, and you know, you're paying somebody $400, $500, $600, $700 a month, whatever, to do all of this work for you, okay? Please do the call and click to call image. BJ, I may not have a click to call image that I can get to very rapidly, but I'll do the call, okay? Where's my site? Savannah Tower 2, okay.
And for those who want to, I dropped a link to a QR code in there. If you click on that link in the chat and scan that QR code, it goes to the website.
Let's go back to the home page. You change the head and the foot on the home page, and it populates throughout the whole site. So BJ, let's get a click to call down here, okay? We got an image and a link. Let's do the link because I don't know if I have an image convenient. Hang on a sec. I got to get rid of this stupid GoToWebinar thing in a minute. Let's see if I can get that. Just put this down here. And save that. Does anybody on the call want to make $5 right now? Andy, you got your Andy, you got your phone ready, dude? I think he said yes. Andy, get back on that site. Press that click to call and say call. So get back on there on your phone, refresh the site. Where it says call for your appointment, just touch that and hit call. Andy, is that you? Okay. Well, Andy, that's not you. So, James, I tell you what, you want to email me at LeeColeWrites, that's my name, LeeColeWrites at yahoo.com. My name, C-O-L-E, Writes, W-R-I-T-E-S, at yahoo.com. Okay, I'm putting it in the chat, but only, what was your name again? James. Okay, James, I'm hanging up. I'm putting it in the chat, and then I'll tell you both, Andy and James, I'm going to tell you both what to do.
Feel free to call Lee late at night, everybody.
No, don't. I'll get mad. I mean, that's taking a chance right there, but, you know, I mean, I wanted to show you guys that this is totally for real. Okay. Lee Cole writes at yahoo.com.
I already put it in the chat.
Oh, thank you so much.
Chris, are you still on here?
So Andy and James, email me. You both won $5, okay? When you email
Hey, yeah,
me,
I'm here.
Chris, I'm sorry, Lee, I'm butting in here.
yeah,
got
go
a lot
for
of questions about other stuff that's out there, and I'm not naming products or doing anything. You've seen some of the higher priced products out there for mobile builders. Where do you think this one stacks up to some of the other high priced stuff out there?
Definitely at the top. I mean, you know, you guys know everybody that's on my list. We go over a lot of the mobile site builders because that's what my list is all about, is mobile. And this has got to be the coolest one I've ever seen. The coupon thing, I get a lot of emails from you guys about coupons and how you track and you redeem coupons. And, I mean, this alone looks like it solves that issue with all the coupon features, so that is really cool. And then just the fact that you can export it. I've been playing around with this thing for about a week, and I didn't even know that you could just export it, upload it, and then just upload it right from your site. I mean, that is really cool, guys. Makes it so simple. It's really awesome.
All right, I just wanted you to hop in here because we keep getting questions about that stuff, and it's kind of disingenuous for me to answer. And I don't like talking about other products and stuff, but there is some other stuff on the market. So I want somebody that's unbiased, who's seen that other stuff and seen this, to chime in about it.
I mean, you guys are beating pretty much everybody with that. How it just updates from your own site. That is just so cool. That's like got to be one of the coolest features I've ever seen.
Like I said, we build stuff on what we need. I needed this thing built, and that's one of the big features. So you can just set up a domain, get decent hosting, host them all on there. If a client calls and says, hey, I need to change my menu. I want the price from this to go from $19.99 to $15.99. While they're on the phone, you log into your site, change it, and be like, can you hit refresh? It's done.
Yeah, I mean, I work with all restaurants, so you know, I've had stuff like that happen to me all the time. And you know, it's a pain to have to log into their site, go into their cPanel, upload the HTML, change the site, whatever you got to do. This makes it so easy.
All right, I just wanted to get your opinion on it because these are your people you put on here, and I'd rather have them hear from you than me try to say ours is pretty kick-ass.
Yeah, I mean, it is, guys. It's really awesome.
So cool.
So go ahead, Blake.
Yeah, I was going to say, so guys, we're bringing this to market. We have showed this to a few people in our list, and we are now opening this up to the public at large. Yeah, Ken says he's learning Mobile BizBox, $150 a month, and that is a great platform. I've actually been on a webinar with that. It's excellent. What do you think, guys, this mobile website platform of ours should cost?
We were going to do some bullshit countdown price and all that stuff.
Yeah, but AJ and I don't really get into that. We don't want to make you feel like you're on an infomercial. Come on, I need some prices.
One time.
Okay. Todd says monthly or one time.
50 million pesos, $9.97 setup, $197 a month, $197 per month.
AJ, I like the $197 a month one. Do you like that?
Yeah, we might get there eventually. $17 bill.
Yeah, right.
A lot of these programs, $297 one time or $67 a month. Yeah, there's some numbers coming in here. Down the road, Carol says $497. Down the road, this will be turned into a monthly platform, and we're just not there yet. We'd rather get more people on it. So I'll let Lee take it away. I don't know who's going to do this close or try to give you guys a link. I know people keep asking.
Yeah, I've got it, guys. Basically, this is what we're doing. We wanted to get this within the reach of everybody that we could, and This is the link to buy this to. We're charging $197 one-time payment, okay? Other builders that are competitors of ours charge a monthly payment plus $10 or something like that per site. We're charging $197 one-time payment. You get the whole thing. You get massive support with us. You get lifetime updates. We have excellent training in the members area, over 20 videos that step you through all of this stuff. We have a full-time support staff. So let's
it's $197 lifetime, one payment. That's all you ever pay, and we got some massive updates coming out. And every website you create for this, you don't owe us a dime. You get to put it on your website, and this is all you ever have to do. You pay for this once, and you can host 1,000 websites with this without ever paying us another dime. And we'll do all the development and upgrades.
I made a bit.ly link, okay? Reck Rocks, bit.ly/Reck Rocks. AJ, you want to put that in the chat somewhere? And here's the deal. When you click on that link, you're going to go to a page. Let me just show you, just to make sure we have clear communication here.
How did
our
attendees got higher now than they have been this whole call?
I know.
That's never happened.
This is where you buy. Now, those of you who also want the templates, you can get those right here. Ken, that error comes from the YouTube video. Okay, I've already discussed that with Con.
All right, and for everybody who wants the direct mail template, you've got to go to that URL down there.
Yeah, you got to go to this URL.
I'll pass on this credible offer. If you click on that link, you can download the mobile or the direct mail template I promised you guys earlier.
Todd, I don't want to talk about a competitor's exact product. I think that's kind of unfair. So if you're familiar with Go Mobile, you've seen what this can do. It can do a lot more than what we showed you. I didn't want to just bore everybody, for like 3 hours showing you all the little deals. But I think you can figure that out. So $197 one-time payment. That's good for a lifetime of updates and fixes, et cetera, et cetera.
All right, while he's been doing that, I want to go over a few things with people that I've been seeing come in. The templates, there's 4 templates in there now, and we have more templates coming. We got a full design staff coming on board for this product alone. The templates that are being created right now that are already in there and the ones coming out, there's no mobile builder on the planet Earth that will create better looking websites than what we have here. If you're going to go out and just buy one of these templates, like say you found a template we use and found somewhere else that'll sell you like resale rights to it, it'll cost you $400 to $500 for each one. You're getting all those integrated into this platform for $197. The coupons, I know some people weren't really getting the coupons with the location modifier. Basically, when people put advertisements in newspapers, let's go for example, and they have a QR code, so they scan this for a coupon. They scan it, the person gets a coupon. They'll never use that coupon. Ours, it says click here to redeem. They click to redeem and it says, sorry, you cannot redeem this until you show up at our restaurant. Lee, can you hit mute? You're typing like crazy.
My bad. I thought it was muted.
You're fine. So with this, that selling point right there of having the geolocation coupons is, I mean, it's crazy value. Because the reason people put coupons in newspapers and magazines and direct mail pieces is to get the person to show up in the place of business. Restaurants, most of these places need the people to come to their store to make money. So that geolocation feature right there, and to the best of my knowledge, and I'm not going to say I've gone out and seen every single product out there. I haven't. What I can tell you is what I've seen, there's nothing out there on the market that does the geolocation like that. If you show that to a business owner, once you show it to them, the lights in their head will just start bouncing like crazy. Keyboard abuse, I like that, Shay. So the templates are in there. It's the one-time fee for the life of this product, and we got so many updates coming out. Sick. Lee says, bore you guys to death. I could talk about this stuff. all day long, but because it gets me excited. But really when it comes down to it is what we're offering you guys here. How many people here are still on here who said yes earlier that they're going to go put stuff in the mail? Who here is going to put stuff in the mail this weekend? We're not going from here to there. This is the same webinar. Me, yes, yes, yes. All right. A lot of you people are, and I can't follow up with you guys. I can't trust you guys are going to do it. But I can tell you right now, if you put that stuff in the mail, get it together this weekend. Don't rush it. You got 2 days, 2 full days. Get the stuff together. Still see your family, all that stuff. But get these put together. Monday morning, spend a couple dollars, put these in the mail. Just regular USPS mail. You don't have to do anything fancy and $5 direct or priority mail, anything like that. And when those sales come in, you can hire somebody for $100. You can go try to mod some program or use something else and pay monthly for your website you're putting out. Or you can buy this for $197, and you'll be up. If you buy this for $197 and put that stuff in the mail, you'll be out of pocket $250. And your first sale comes in for $600. You're $350 in the black next week, no problem, with a $50 a month retainer. Bill says, will you hold the price until 1/16? To be honest with you, we got a lot of webinars coming up next week, so this price will be good till at least next Friday, which will cover the 16th.
Yeah, the 16th is Wednesday. Yeah, Bill, you should be good.
Another thing I said came up. We didn't even get to talk about this. The bulk site creator. If anybody's bought mobile ATM, we had a feature in there where we could bulk create 1,000 landing pages to sell mobile websites. With this, you could bulk create mobile websites, and how that works is all you got to do is upload a CSV file with the company's name and check off whichever boxes you want it to create, and it will create 100 websites. The header won't be. We're integrating a feature where you can upload a link of a bunch of links of header images that you've screen grabbed and put up. But what he's showing you right there is you can basically create a knockdown version of a mobile website for 100, 1,000 businesses on the fly. So when you're using direct mail, you can do this. Then you take the custom little short URL that looks good, put it in the direct mail piece back. Look, I basically already created your site. Go here and look at it, pay me the money, and then we'll get it created and optimized for you. I mean, this thing right here is powerful as hell.
What kind of questions do we have, guys?
We've had so many questions.
Yeah, and I saw massive stuff fly by.
Mobile SEO. Oh, Lee, pull up a page on one of those sites. Everything's streaming from your site, but we got mobile SEO taken care of. Each page has a, I don't think we call it meta, but page description, which is the same thing as a meta. So you can have SEO done on these. Pull up, yeah.
Let's look. When you do the add new page, right in here. Okay, so
yeah, the page title and page description is the same thing as like meta.
That would be where you would put various keywords and stuff. So if you wanted to go that route, you would put that in.
Did
here.
Anybody on this call hit record? Because Doug just says he's got a recording. I didn't hit record. Chris,
Oh, I hit record. Yeah, awesome. I got a recording.
Doug, I'm going to drop my email in here.
Okay, awesome.
Because I always forget to do this shit. Doug, so if you could send me that recording, I would appreciate it.
Yeah, and guys, I will have that up sometime tomorrow afternoon, so if you guys want to rewatch it or whatever, that's fine.
Chris, also what we're going to do for you, when you put the recording up, tomorrow morning I'll put together a better walkthrough video of all the features this thing can do, so they can see more in detail, because like I said, this is the first time we've demoed this to anybody. Outside of our list, you guys are the first people on Earth to see this. So we'll have a more in-depth stuff so you can make a killer buying decision tomorrow. And you've already heard Chris say it, and I can't say it because I'd be partial. What this thing can do for your business as far as selling mobile website, it's unheard of. There's nothing out there that does what we have going on.
People are asking about different templates. We've got, this is the one that I use as the simplest. We've got some other killer templates. Now, what in the world was that?
Somebody just walked under a waterfall.
I think so, or flushed a giant toilet. I don't know what that is. But anyway, let me put in another URL. Let me make sure I got the right one on my phone. This is one that I've been playing around with just to do something a little more jazzy looking. So if you will go to, I want to write this down for you. So that's where you go to buy. So if you'll go here, so get your phone out again, okay? So leacoleonline.com/. Now this is where I got to look on my phone. Okay. Cortex 1. Okay. So you will go there. You will see another template. As a matter of fact, the template that you're going to see is that second one right there. Doug, I would love to use a larger font size as Notepad. I don't know how to do that on Notepad. Format. See, I learn stuff every day. Doug, I know a lot about how to make money, but there's a world of stuff that I don't know. See, I didn't even know you could do that with Notepad all these years. Try that. I am now a Notepad expert. I know, it's pathetic, isn't it? So check that site out. That's yet another site that I was playing around with to play around with the template to show some people some things. Same idea. You got the navigation, you got the tap to call, you got the really jazzy looking slider. One thing that looks really good on that darker background is to take a logo. And I actually did this on Fiverr, just playing around with it. Take that logo, send it to somebody on Fiverr, get them to turn it into a white logo with a transparent background. Carol, you can justify $50 per month to each client, or you can actually justify more. Here's how. I talk to a lot of clients now that we have this builder. I'm talking to a lot of clients about like a monthly coupon program, okay? So the deal, and I help them map it out. The deal is they're doing, it's going to vary by business, right, Carol? So they're doing X amount off on this, a freebie that, or whatever. And then I'm going in the back end of the builder, and all I got to do is just switch out a couple of little things to make that happen. Okay, so that is a great way. You can justify much more than $50 a month for a couponing program.
Sorry, my computer locked up, so I stepped away.
The other way you can justify a couponing program is, quite frankly, now, I mean, because we have this on WordPress, see, this is kind of a hybrid between HTML and WordPress, okay? Basically, all of those few files that I loaded up on the, what would be the client site, they refer back to your WordPress installation, and they dynamically create the site when it's called, you know, when it's viewed on a device, okay? So another way to justify this, Carol, is AJ and I actually spend a fair amount of money on support to make sure that this continues to work with all the WordPress updates and stuff. Now, the fact that we're not charging you monthly has nothing to do with it. Okay, we're charging you $197 one time, but I could charge you monthly, and it would make total sense because I'm actually paying people to keep this updated. So you can tell the client, look, this is not something that you buy now and it quits working in 6 months from now because something on the internet changed. So that is another way to do that. Okay?
Yeah, this is what I had built. Basically, this came down to me and Lee were talking on what we need to have built for our own businesses. Me and Lee both run our separate offline businesses, and then we do this online stuff together. We both needed a solution for mobile websites, and this is what we came up with. So this isn't a software created, because most software out there is created by software guys who don't know marketing. We got a software guy, we brought him on board, and made him create everything we want with this. So I see a lot of questions coming up on different stuff. Like, can you move the click-to-call button? Can you pull up that site you created, Lee, and show how quickly how easy it is to update stuff? Like move the click-to-call down and up. Everything in the builder is drag and drop. So if you want to move something, all you got to do is drag the box and flip upside down, and it automatically moves. There's no really moving parts for you to deal with in this builder. Everything's drag and drop, and everything we saw that was drag and drop before was confusing as shit.
Yeah, it wasn't really drag and drop. This is so incredibly easy. So what AJ's saying is if you want this to go over that, okay,
boom,
now refresh. Okay?
It's done.
So when you refresh, now this is the Savannah tire site. Okay, so when you refresh that, it's done.
Mike says, and I've seen a few questions about the background color. That's coming in a future update very shortly. It's not a very important feature, but it is something we need to have there, and it's all coming. We've put the killer features in here, and all the little features like background color and stuff is coming, but it's just not there yet.
James, that goes for your question too. James is saying, can you change the buttons icons to be more rounded fat finger style? Yeah, James, we actually recently just hired a designer for this stuff to work for us full time, so we got a bunch of cool stuff coming out for this.
Yeah, when it comes down to it, once this gets fully blown up with how we got everything coming in, we're not going to sell it for less than $4.97 one time or a monthly fee.
Exactly. Since
we know Chris. Yeah, you guys are seeing this the first time ever, and it's pretty exciting.
So I talked to Kyle a couple of days ago about, I think what you're talking about is submenus, to where you touch a button on the navigation and then it comes up with the submenu. Kyle is looking into that. Kyle lives in the UK. He's currently asleep, all right, because he's 5 hours ahead of us. So he can't answer that question exactly, but that's something we are working on. I'm not sitting here and promising that it's going to be done in the next few days. But I am telling you that that's something that I would like personally.
Ken says, can we pass on the offer to get the letter template and then come back later in the week to buy? I don't know why you'd pass on the offer to get the letter template. All you got to do, all you do is click on that link and the letter template downloads. We're not charging for it. It's free.
Yeah, that's just our gift to you for being on the webinar.
And we'll leave this up for at least a week for you guys.
Yeah, we're going to have the replay, and we will leave this up for a week, and it will have, I will give, excuse me,